Hello there, and welcome to another episode of World of Tanks on Gainey Titan. We're here on Erlenberg, and I'm on the T25-2, and we're bottom tier. Bottom tier seems to be a bit of a theme for me lately. I've already uploaded a video where I'm on the T37 on Kazarine, and I am bottom tier and did quite well. And this is another example of this, except here I'm bottom tier on the T25-2. And I'm on Erlenberg. A rather problematic map in many respects because, in my opinion, it can be won if all the team basically limbing train aggressively in one direction. Either north up through here and then across the top, or west and up the other side. Or the other team does it from the other direction. But usually what happens is teams split their effort and attacks peter out and nothing much happens, and it's a matter of luck and happenstance really as to who wins. Anyway, the team has mostly gone up the eastern side of the map. They have not pushed west at all. There's one lone light tank down there at the edge of the river, and he's not going to achieve anything really because he's if he stays there, he's far too isolated. If he's spotted, his escape is uphill and without any cover. The other problem with that position is that a lot of the stuff that he's likely to spot are going to be out of render range of anybody sitting up here in the hill where I am, where most of the tanks that would be supporting him are. However, he's coming back. I suppose the other thing I should mention is that frequently the team that wins on this game is actually the one that mounts successful defense on one or other of the flanks and manages to make a successful counterattack, and we're reasonably well set up to make a good defense as long as we don't lose the actual shooting match. We're relatively well positioned. There's nobody pushing out or doing anything terribly aggressive, so as long as the enemy is willing to come to us, we should be able to knock off quite a few enemy tanks, and we're managing to do so already. We have managed to kill one enemy tank, and a few more are starting to appear, but they're not appearing in strength at any particular flank. So that gives us a reasonable chance to pick off the ones that are appearing. So I've been firing a few shots there ineffectually at that T29 without actually managing to penetrate. I don't actually have a lot of the side armour to hit, and the angle on the front armour is fairly problematic, but I should be able to get something in through the upper tracking if I can actually manage to get the shot to land where it's supposed to. I'd probably been better off if I'd actually targeted the Panther 2 instead. He was out in the open and had his flank showing to me. So now they're basically behind buildings and stuff like that. That fatherland that I've spotted there is in the river, it would appear to me, and he's about to drown. Which he does, because he just disappears as a tank in the enemy casualty list, but we don't get credited for the kill. We're only on one kill. So, Erlenberg claims another drowning victim. This map is notorious for causing people to drown spontaneously. You could be driving along 50 meters from the shore and you get a lag spike and you finish up in the water. It's almost a rule. I think everybody ever played on this map has finished up on a drink at some stage. I get spotted, so I don't hang around to let people shoot at me. I just get down, get off. There's no artillery, so I can wait for the spot to go away and I can pop back up somewhere else. I haven't done a lot of direct damage so far, but I've gotten 12 spotting ribbons, which is quite useful for the team. Which means that I've been probably one of the primary spotters down this area, but then both teams are pretty heavy tank. They're made up mostly of heavy tanks, and they wouldn't have the view range that I have. Don't get a shot on the AMX 1375 there. He seems to have gone down the riverbank, in which case he's either going to drown or he's actually stuck because there's no way of driving out of there and surviving the experience. I know, I've tried. Looks like the easy targets are gone. There's quite a few tanks left, but they're not anywhere visible. So I'm going to push into the middle and see if I can make some more spots or get some opportunities to shoot at people. So I push up here to the riverbank. I was hoping that I'd make it to the bushes and not get spotted, but somebody has spotted me. And I'm taking fire from the northwestern corner. Now, I kind of expect the tanks to be up there in the northwest. But my guess is there's somebody in the middle who's doing the actual spotting. Somebody around the castle area. And, or perhaps that tank destroyer that just became visible there. So we come around this side, but the buildings are blocking any kind of line of sight. And the guys that are up in the northwest, whoever fired at me up there has gone into cover. So, I'm not going to achieve anything from here. Back out again, see if I can peek the corner without being spotted.
The enemy knows our location.
I get as far as here, but somebody detects me, and I'm taking the opportunity to take a shot at the VK4502B. Don't penetrate the side of the turret. Would have a tough time with regular ammunition, even from the side. And the VK4502B is destroyed, so I'm going to push out again. And there's the convoy, and he's not looking at me, so we'll take the opportunity to put a shot into him. He doesn't hang around though for me to do a second round of damage, but I've picked up some spotting damage. Not sure who it was that I was spotting, but I got a share at least in spotting damage, and I've gotten some more spotting damage here from tanks that I've been spotting. So. But I'm not getting any kind of line of sight or fire at tanks. So it's time to push right into the center of the map, I think. There's not too many tanks left. I have done a reasonable amount of spotting damage and probably not too bad on the direct damage. So it is worth the risk. I've nearly full hit points as well, so I think it's worth the risk of actually pushing in. Getting a bit of issues with the video there, which I suspect again is ISP related, lag related issues. Now I'm up here and I don't have a line of sight on anyone. There's Conway there beside me, there's a Waffenträger Panzer IV on the other side. Don't want to get caught between the two of them. So I'm backing down, and the convoy peeks over and he puts a very solid hit into me, and I just snap a shot off. Don't really aim it properly, or don't take consideration of where I'm going, so strikes off his gun mantlet, which is probably the strongest point of armor on the turret of that tank. So that was a very poor exchange on my part. So I'm coming over to try and get over the other side of the convoy, and I have that shot against the Lycan. That shot really makes me wish for the replay system and the external camera mode that you get on the PC version, because I would love to have seen that shot from a different angle. I tried actually zooming in, but with the strikes from the other tank bouncing off the Lycan and the Lycan's own muzzle flash, I wasn't quite able to tell where that shot actually hit. As far as I can tell, it either missed completely or just bounced off the side of the Lycan, either at the tracks or just over the tracks. Anyway, it cost me my tank. However, the game is decisively concluded at this point, so it doesn't really matter from the point of view of my team. It's just that yeah, I was certain that shot was going to hit. So anyway, that's beside the point. So where are we? We finish up with 1400 damage, which is not for a fire effect. 2500 assisted damage, which pushes me into the first class mastery territory, I think. So it's the assisted rather than the direct damage that I deal, but we came third by experience as a result of that, which is not bad for a bottom tier tank. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you again soon.